Namaste everyone, welcome to Shima Flow Yoga. I'm Jodi and thank you very much for tuning into my channel today and taking time to watch this video. If you're new to the channel, check out everything that we have to offer, from yoga videos to meditation to cooking, product reviews, dabbling in some wine tasting and bringing some good wines for under $10.99 to you. So check that out when you get a chance. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Tap that little bell next to the subscribe button and then you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. So today's focus is yin yoga for tight hips. And I think most of us suffer from tight hips in one way or another, or at one time or another in our lives. And it can be due to sitting a lot, if you commute, sitting in a car, at a train, if you're at a desk all day long, if you like to sit in front of the TV and watch some good movies, that could tighten up your hips. Also, exercising, right? Walking a lot, running a lot, weightlifting, the elliptical machines, all that can create tightness in the hips if you don't really effectively stretch out afterwards. And even what can affect tight hips is stress. So when you become stressed out, you get that fight or flight response, and we react by tightening up our muscles, specifically in the hips. So we're going to do a yin practice today that's going to work on outer hips, inner hips, and the front of the hips. Only 3 poses, but it's going to be very effective. And this video will probably run about 20 to 25 minutes, so it's easy to do anytime. I also wanted to show you this beautiful mala necklace that I just received in the mail from one of my subscribers and friends. Well, now I call her a friend because we do keep in touch quite a bit, Sandra, and she's from Canada. And she just sent me this beautiful mala out of the blue. And I just thought it was so beautiful, I wanted to show it to you. So she sent me a description of what the malas, the beads represent. So the green are quartzite, and I thought this was so cool. It stabilizes positive changes by anchoring them and helps from slipping back into old patterns. So I thought that was really cool. And then these black beads are hematite, which ground and protect from negativity. She made this herself, hand knotted, so in between each bead is a small knot. It's so beautiful. And she also made the tassel by itself, and then there's a little Buddha charm on the end here. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She's got a new Facebook page called Creations by Moi, M-O-I, and I'm going to put a link at the bottom if you'd like to check out her creation. She also creates beautiful mandalas. This mandala here in the window is also one of hers that she sent me. So if you get a chance to check out her Facebook page, please do so, and let her know what you think of her creations. So let's get started. Grab your yoga mat and let's find your happy place. All right, so we're going to start in a pose called Sleeping Swan, and you might know this as pigeon pose. We've got a little bit of different terminology in yin yoga. So this pose is going to work the outer hip, outer thigh area. So we're going to begin on our hands and knees, and we're going to take the right knee and slide it up towards the right hand here. Just pick your back knee up and then sweep your right leg over to the left by your left hand, and then lower your back leg down and your hips down. So from here, there's a couple different things you can do here for support, but I like to first get into the pose and see how it feels in your body. So we're going to start to lower the chest down onto the mat and just kind of bring your head down here and notice how it's feeling in your body. If you need some extra support, there's a few things you can do. Okay, you can take a block here and you can slide it right underneath that right hip if you need support, right, to kind of elevate your hips a little bit, okay? You can also take this block around the front and maybe rest your forehead on top of it, okay? Or even rest it underneath your chest, okay? So there's a couple different ways that you can come into this pose. The idea here, though, is once you come into the pose, you relax your body, okay? So you're just gonna breathe in nice and deep. And as you exhale, start to release, start to relax as much as possible. And we start to notice if we're holding on, giving any effort to our muscles, and just start to let it go.
Our yin practice are longer, deeper stretches. It allows us to release the connective tissue. Which surrounds everything going on inside our body, our muscles, our bones, our joints. Kind of weaves in and out and holds the shape of our body internally. So it works opposite of muscles, right? If we don't work our muscles, they start to get soft and loose. Right? If we don't work our connective tissue, it does the opposite. It gets tight and shortens. That can cause that tightness, right, in our hips. So what we're doing is we're trying to create a little bit of space here. Relax a little bit deeper. Okay, we're going to slowly release out. So very gently rise on up onto your hands. Take your time. So always when you're moving in and out of these poses, take your time. Okay, I'm going to come up, draw that knee back. Just pause for a moment. And then let's switch sides. Okay, bring that left knee in towards the wrist. Sweep it over to the right. Extend the right leg back. And slowly start to lower down again, getting whatever props you might need to support your body. But let's keep this in mind as we move into our yin practice, is that the props are used just for very light and gentle support, okay? We don't want to use the props so it takes away from the deep sensation of these postures. We want to be able to feel deeply. We want to be able to come to our breath, to move through the sensation, because sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable. So by tuning into your breath and just noticing the qualities, we're able to relax a little bit more. Good, allow your body to get a little heavier now. And just feeling the weight of your hips as they sink deeper in towards the earth. Let's see if we can just relax, surrender just a little bit more deeply. into this moment, into your body. Okay, very slowly we're going to start to release out. Again, take your time as you come on up. And we're going to come back into that tabletop position, the hands and the knees. Let's pause here for a moment. Okay, we're moving into a pose called dragon pose, and this is a lunge position. So we're going to take the right foot and we're going to step it up between the hands and then just draw all the way up, bringing your hands on top of your thigh. And kind of walk your foot out so that your heel is a couple inches in front of your knee, and then sink your hips down, just like this. Now, if your back knee is bothering you, you can take your mat, fold it up and just rest it, so you got a little bit of extra padding here. Okay, you can grab a blanket or your towel or a very small pillow if you want to, and rest your knee on that. Okay, so we're sinking down through the hips and lift up through the chest. And here's where we're focusing, right? The front of the hip flexor right here. So you're going to feel a nice stretch here. You can stay up on to your hands, or you can bring your hands down right here to the inside of your foot. And then really just kind of allow the hips to sink down and see if you can relax a little bit. As you come down deeper, you might feel a little bit of sensation going on into the back of that right thigh, so your hamstring is getting a nice stretch too. The right hip is getting a nice stretch, or maybe even coming down onto your forearms here, relaxing through your head, and just let your body fall the way it does. We're not trying to keep the knee over the ankle or any particular alignment. It's more allowing your body to move so you're feeling more deeply in the pose. Let's sink the hips down. The breath is natural. So oftentimes the cause of lower back pain is tight hips. So you may even want to practice this video because you have lower back sensation or discomfort. And sink down, relax a little deeper, really get heavy. So if you're on your forearms, of course, you're putting in a little bit effort in your upper body, so you really want to practice relaxing and letting go as much as possible through your hips, through your legs. Maybe you can sink just a bit deeper now. Good. See if you can relax just a little deeper, get heavy in the hips. And we're going to slowly start to release out. Again, when you move in and out of these poses, move in and out the easiest way it is for you. So we take the path of least resistance, because we are holding these poses for so long that intensity really starts to build in our body. Okay, so we're going to switch sides. We're going to take the left foot, right between the hands, and then bring your hands up on top of your thigh. Walk your
heel forward a little bit in front of that left knee. Let's start to sink those hips down. Okay. And you can keep your hands right up onto that thigh and lift your chest up. You can bring your hands down your back foot, okay? Keeping the toes tucked under or untucking. For me, if I untuck the toes, it puts more pressure on my knee and it doesn't feel good, so I like to keep my toes tucked under here. So just do whatever's best for you, wherever you're gonna feel the most sensation. Again, staying here onto the hands, lowering down onto your forearms. And then again, once I lower down onto my forearms, my left leg kind of starts to open up a little bit. This is just how my body works. Your body's going to work differently. So allow yourself to just move into the pose where you feel the deepest sensation. And come to your breath, nice and easy, slow and deep. And start to relax. And gravity take over, hips sink deeper. And if your mind has started wandering, see if you can reel it back in here to what's happening in your body right now, so we can really feel, notice, and enjoy these sensations in our body, right? Finding pleasure as we stretch, as we deepen, as we open. All right, we're going to slowly start to release out. Get nice and easy. Ease your way out. Oh, maybe a little moaning and groaning here in this one. Okay, and then just make your way into a seated position. And then we're going to come onto our backs. And for this final pose that we're coming into is half happy baby. So in this pose, we're going to use a strap. But if you don't have a strap, then grab a towel, maybe a small towel that you can use to wrap around your foot. And this is going to get into our inner hips and our inner thighs. Okay, so we're going to come onto our backs. And we're going to start with the right foot. So we're going to take the strap and just create a loop on the strap. So you're going to hook that loop right around your foot, okay? And if you have a towel, you're just going to grab the towel just like this, and you're going to hold on to it this way. The benefit to using a strap is you don't have to put as much effort into the stretch with your arms as you would if you use a strap as you would with a towel. So if you have the strap, place it around your foot, and then we're going to bring it over to the right and wrap it under your back. Let's lift up a little bit here, okay? And we're gonna straighten out this left leg, bend your right knee and bring it out to the side, way out to the side. And then we're gonna take this strap, we're gonna pull down a little bit on this leg, so you're gonna feel this nice stretch. And then we're going to just pull down. Use your hand here so that you're not really using as much effort here, okay? And then we're just gonna hold it right like this. Okay, so either using your towel here, pulling down, or using the strap. And just allowing yourself to open up here. And as you relax back, see if you can relax into that right leg. Notice that deep sensation, the inside of your thigh and the inner hip area. Noticing your breath. Our breath is always just very natural, very easy. And this deep sensation we feel, right? Getting to our edge. So any more would be too much, and any less would not be enough. Let's see if we can surrender just a little more deeply in this moment. Okay, nice deep breath in. And let's slowly release out. Okay, take the strap off. Extend that right leg out. Oh yeah, I feel that sensation there. And we're going to switch sides. Okay, so again, taking your strap, either that loop right around the foot, you can grab your towel, and of course if you don't have a towel, just use your hand. You can use your hand as well, but I think you can get really much deeper when we're using our towel or strap here on this one. So we're going to take this underneath the back, under the arms, good, and then bend the knee, bring it out to the side. We're pulling down and finding that nice position here. Start to relax. And tuning back into your breath. And just taking the time to move, to go deeper, right? We don't want to move to feel less sensation, but
you're going to move, it's going to be to feel more sensation in the body. By being in tune and present with your breath, you're able to explore these deeper and somewhat challenging stretches with more ease, with less reaction. And with more peace. Maybe we can go just a little more deeper now. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And now slowly releasing all the way out. Good. Release the strap, release the towel, and release that left leg out. Okay, I'm gonna bend the knees, your arms to your side. We're just gonna start like a windshield wiper movement. So knees to the right, and then up and over to the left. And then as you're moving the knees from side to side, you're going to move the head in the opposite direction. So knees to the right, head to the left, bring up to center. Knees to the left, head to the right. And then as we're moving, right, our head and knees in the opposite direction, we are moving the entire spine, getting movement, releasing tension, maintaining and creating flexibility of the spine. Not to mention, it feels really good. Good, one more time. Knees to the right, one more time, knees to the left. Come to center and bring the knees into your chest. Just do a little rock and roll from left to right. And then bring those knees back into your chest as you wrap your arms around the knees. A really wonderful expression of self-love. Pull the knees in, maybe take the chin, the head up. So we stretch that back a little bit. And exhale, release. Let's extend the legs to the corners of the mat and arms to the side. We're going to take a short shavasana. So close your eyes, relax your body, and let's come to the breath. Okay, if you'd like to stay in Shavasana for a longer period of time, just press pause and stay in your final resting pose for as long as you want to. And then unpose when you're ready to come out. Did I say unpose? I meant unpause. All right, we're going to bend the knees and just gently roll over to the right or the left side. Slowly rise up into your seated position. Eyes are closed, hands to your heart. And let's take a moment for metta, or loving kindness. This is loving kindness sent to all beings, all living beings, right? Everywhere in this world. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings feel loved, and may all beings be free from suffering. Namaste.
Okay, so if you suffer from tight hips or maybe lower back pain, do this video 3 times a week, and I promise you, you will feel so much better. And, you know, of course, if you can do it more than 3 times a week, do it every day if you can. So if you don't have yoga straps or even any type of accessories, blocks, or a mat, I'm going to put a link below for a good yoga strap, and we also get really good deals on them. So click on the link and get your props together for your next yoga practice. Don't forget to check out Sandra's link. Also, I'll put down at the bottom for these beautiful mala beads and her mandala creations. And if you like the video, please press the like button. Share it with others, of course, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified of new videos released every single time. I will see you very soon. Namaste.